What's good, YouTube? So today I just want to talk about cutting versus bulking and like a good place to start. If you've never worked out before, I would totally just tell you that you need to assess yourself as an individual. And by me saying assess yourself, you need to like see where you are. Are you tall and skinny? Are you short and skinny? Are you tall and fat, short and fat? So depending on who you are and what you are, your background, like your parents, like who they are is going to kind of be like who you are, because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So my build and size is always a lot like my father's, but I just took what I had and I worked with it, because obviously being in the gym and working out and doing everything it's a fight against yourself. So anyway, what you want to figure out is what your TDEE is, your total daily expenditure that you need for every single day, and start there. So if you're small, weak, I would say go into the gym and start to get strong and make sure you're eating enough calories that you need for the day, because you have to know, if you're 180 pounds and you burn 2,500 calories a day, then you need to at least put that into your body so you have the energy and the fuel to drive you through your workouts and through your day. Always try to eat clean, and obviously have your cheat meals every once in a while. But starting off to the bulk and the lean, you want to start off by, if you're fat or you're overweight, you want to lean out as much as you can. Okay, I would go that way. I'd lean out first, because if you get down to 8% body fat, let's say, and you're going to bulk, but you don't want to go over 15% body fat, well, then you have 7% of body fat to work with. And that way, you have all that time, that fat that can go on your body as you're eating your meals and watching your diet. Now, if you want to stay, let's say you're at 15 and you just start bulking, well, if you put 7% more body fat on, all of a sudden you're up at 22% body fat, and now you have to work all that off to get back down to 15, and then even more if you want to get back down to 8%. So it's going to be a lot more work on the other end, and a chance of muscle wasting if you're not putting the proper nutrients in your body and you're trying to lose weight too quick. But for the most part, the first thing you want to do is try to make yourself strong. And that's by, no matter if you're bulking or cutting, you always want to hit your numbers. So if you're bench pressing, 225 for 10 reps and you're heavy, well, when you're lean, you want to still bench 225. Your volume might not be as high, like the number of reps, but you still want to hit that number to maintain your strength and your muscle mass, along with getting enough protein into your diet. So my biggest thing is, don't just jump in and be like, I'm going to eat 5,000 calories, Just go in and take your time and figure out what your daily calories is needed. So you can start with a BMR, and then you can take your BMR and you can work that into what your total daily expenditure is. And that just means, like, your BMR, let's say, is 2,000 calories if you were to sit still all day and do nothing. And then let's say you work out 6 times a week and you're in construction, so you're a very active person. That way they'll say, okay, well, we need to throw another 1,500 calories on top of that to allow you to have the energy to do all the stuff you do all day and to stay alive. So there's websites out there, you can find those. Just type in what's my BMR and you can find any website, and be truthful to yourself. Don't say you're very active when you sit at a desk all day and you work out 3 times a week. Okay? So no matter if you're bulking or cutting, you need to do that. You need to check out your BMR and find out what your total expenditure is. So after you're done with that, you can take it and say, okay, well, what am I going to do now? Am I going to bulk or cut? And even on those websites, they'll even get you started, and they'll be like, okay, if you want to add weight, it'll just be like, if you want to add weight, you can do this. If you want to lose weight, you can do this. But the biggest thing, like I was saying a second ago, was you don't want to do anything too drastic. You never want to go in and, let's say you were on a cut, so you were in a caloric deficiency, and you said to yourself, well, I want to start bulking now. So let's say you're only taking 2,000 calories in a day, and then all of a sudden, like, it's Monday, and you're like, I'm taking in 5,000 calories today, and then you start cranking out 5,000 calories every day. Well, what's going to happen is your body's going to start just storing all that extra energy because you're not going to be using it. And then you'll just start to get fat again. So you want to ease into your bulk. You want to say, okay, I'm on 2,000 calories. Well, this week I'm gonna do 2,200. Okay, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I can tell I gained a little bit of weight this week, maybe a half pound, not even, no big deal. You know, we're not trying to do shit overnight. We're not going to change that quick. So then the next week you go up to 2,400. You're feeling good. All right, workouts are going great. You feel like you're getting bigger a little bit. You know, and then the next week, let's say you just go up to 2,500. You're at 2,500. You sit there for a week or two. You're liking the changes. So you add a little bit more, so 2,600, and so on and so forth. But eventually you're going to get to a point where you're like, you know what, I just feel like I'm starting to get fat now. And that's when you just start to back off. And maybe you got up to 3,000 and you just started kind of feeling like, I'm just starting to store a lot of this extra food. But it's, in the fat around my body, you know. And I need to back off a little bit. So you move back down to maybe like 2,800, and that's a good little spot for you. So you do that, you know, for so many weeks. But the moment that you feel like, you know, I'm starting to get fat, I don't like this, which is usually after a few months, then you can actually come down and you can do a mini cut if you wanted to, or if it was time to cut for yourself, you can start cutting. And that's when you start to back off your calories in the opposite direction. Not a huge drastic change, because in the opposite direction, if you start cutting and you're on 2,700 calories and you're like, okay, 1,700 calories, here we come. Well, first of all, you're gonna feel like crap. Second of all, you're gonna waste muscle, and you're gonna lean out too quick. And when you lean out, you're gonna look like crap. Because the point is to cut on the most calories possible. Because you wanna, if you can cut on 2,200 calories, and in 12, 14, 16 weeks you look sick, shredded, you know, and you're dropping your calories down slowly, then you're good to go. Like, that's what you want to do, because you want to do a slow lean. Because if you do anything too quick, it's going to have negative effects on you. If you're bulking too quick, you're just going to turn into a fat bastard. If you're cutting too quick, you're just going to lose your gains and you're going to turn skinny. And that's not what we're trying to accomplish here. We're kind of trying to keep as much muscle mass as possible, and on our cuts, and gain as much muscle mass as possible on our bulks. So just remember, it's a fight against yourself. You know, right now I'm on a cut. I'm looking to do a show here. I'm about a month out. I had a little hiccup. I went home for a while and drank some beers, but I'm just going to take what I have now and I'm just going to work with it. I'm at about 13% body fat right now. I'm going to try to get down to 10 or 9 before the show. I just want to get out there. It's been about a year since I did my last show. Well, it was my first show too, but I've just always worked out. And I just feel that, for me, it's a nice little goal to work towards. But in the long run, I just want people to work towards their goals. And if I can help you in any way, you can always just message me below the video, and I can answer any of your questions. So I gotta get cooking, get these meals prepped for today. Y'all have a good day. Keep on pushing. Please, like my video, add comments, and questions. Always welcome. But follow me, share me, like me, help me. Y'all have a good day.